Okay, video number 3. Number 5, we have zeros of 2, negative 3, and 3 minus 4i. The right number here. And if 3 minus 4i is a 0, I'm going to tack on 3 plus 4i because the conjugate is also. And that's the only way you're going to get real coefficients if you add another 0 here. So I'm going to multiply x minus 2 and x plus 3. If I go minus this, I'm going x minus 3 plus 4i. And if I subtract this from x, I've got x minus 3 minus 4i. So we got to multiply all that together. X times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. X times negative 4i is negative 4ix. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Negative 3 times negative 4i is positive 12i. Alright, one more. 4i times x is positive 4ix. 4i times negative 3 is negative 12i. And 4i times negative 14i is negative 16i squared. I squared is negative 1. And negative 16 times negative 1 is positive 16. So I'm going to use positive 16 here. And when it's all said and done, we have x squared minus 6x. Those are canceling, those are canceling. 9 and 16 make 25. Okay, so that part's x squared minus 6x plus 25. You FOIL this out, you're going to get x squared plus 3x and negative 2x is 1x. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Now I'm going to multiply those two together. X squared times x squared is x to the 4th. X squared times negative 6x is negative 6x cubed. X squared times 25 is 25x squared. X times x squared is x cubed. X times negative 6x is negative 6x squared. X times 25 is 25x. Negative 6 times x is negative 6x squared. Negative 6 times negative 6x is positive 36x. Negative 6 times 25 is negative 150. And my answer that I'll use for this one is x to the 4th minus 5x to the 3rd. 25, and that's minus 12, that's plus 13x squared. 25 and 36, that makes 61x minus 150. So there's number 5. I want to put number 6 up here while we're at it. Alright, find a cubic polynomial function with real coefficients that has 3 and 2 minus the square root of 2 times I as zeros. Also, we need to consider f of 1 is equal to 6. Alright, well the first thing I want to do is find this. I'm going to add another 0 here because imaginary zeros do not stand alone. Their conjugates are also. And I'm going to do what we did in the last problem. I'm going to put x minus 3, x minus this. That's x minus 2 plus radical 2i. And x minus this, that's x minus 2 minus radical 2i. Let's multiply these two together first. That's x squared minus 2x minus radical 2i times x minus 2x again. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Negative 2 radical 2, oh, that's a negative times negative is positive. And there's an I on that. That's this times this will give me this. And then this last term, positive 2i radical 2ix. Those two will cancel. Negative 2 radical 2i. Those two will cancel. Square root of 2i times the negative square root of 2i. That is negative 2i squared, which is positive 2. Alright, what do we got? We got x squared minus 4x, 4 and 2 plus 6, which I'm going to multiply by x minus 3. X times x is x cubed. X times negative 4x is negative 4x squared. X times 6 is 6x. Negative 3 times x squared is negative 3x squared. Negative 3 times negative 4x is positive 12x. Negative 3 times 6 is negative 18. That's all the terms. So I've got x cubed minus 7x squared plus 18x minus 18. Alright, well, that's not my function. My function is some multiple of that. F of x will equal, and a multiple, I'll use a for the number there. A times this. X cubed minus 7x squared plus 18x minus 18. F of 1 is equal to 6. Let me put a 1 in chart in place of all the x's. 1 cubed minus 7 times 1 squared. That's a, did I forget an x? Yep, I did. Plus 18 times 1 minus 18. Alright, that's 1 minus 7, that's negative 6. These two cancel out, that's 0. So f of 1, which we are told is 6, equals a times negative 6. And if I divide through by negative 6 to figure out what that a value is, I get a is negative 1. A is negative 1. So, my final answer, my function f of x is negative 1 times, that's that multiple we're going to do, x cubed minus 7x squared plus 18x minus 18. Now, if I want to distribute, you can. That'd be negative x cubed plus 7x squared minus 18x plus 18. I'm good with either answer there. All right. I'm going to stop there.